G'day, I'm Reg,
I'm Sam.
and we are S.A.R. Adventures.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Today is the 28th of July, and we are leaving Normanton.
Bye.
I have to say, I'm not overly sad to see it go.
Oh, well, no, it was a nice town.
Oh,
but
I'm just happy to be moving
just
on.
a really
Group.
yeah, just a really poor campsite that we were given. We just had nothing but the sun on us from about 11 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock in the afternoon. There was just no shade where we were. 30, 31, 32 degrees heat. It was just killing us.
Yeah. So today we're headed to Mount Isa, and we're staying in Mount Isa for 2 nights. Got a few things planned to do, and then off to Alice.
Woohoo! Into the territory.
So yeah, we'll see you in Isa.
Bye.
King Kong can get the best of you. King Kong. King Kong can turn you red or blue. There's an irritating logic like an ancient jungle law.
Prepare to turn left after 1.5 kilometers.
Okay, so we're still on our way to Mount Isa, and we wanted to come and check out this little abandoned town, Mary Kathleen it's called. I don't know much about it, but I guess we'll find out when we get out and have a look.
It used to be a mining town,
Yep.
and that because what we're going to first is the Mary Kathleen Lake, which is one of the old mines, and apparently the colours of the lake is very spectacular. And when the mine closed down, the town only lasted another about 10 years before the final people left. So yeah,
It's a bit bumpy. So apparently you can stay at the abandoned town. You can free stay there. There's a lot of caravans and shit over there. Obviously there's no power, water, there's no facilities, so you have to be fully self-contained, which we are not, so we didn't stay there. But yeah, alright, let's keep going and have a look at this mine. People camped all the way down here too, so.
This is the hour, the darkest place. Dante's Inferno, the devil's maze. It's a good world gone bad.
Let's go that way. Oh, that's where he came from, I think, didn't he?
he came up from the right. Well, I see any sign that says something. Back that way looks like it might be a damn wall.
Okay. I think this is why the couple that we spoke to about it said, see if you can find it, because we couldn't find it. That looks like a mine to me.
Yep, certainly does.
I think we came the right way.
affairs. Half the people die while the rest of us are splitting hairs. It's a good world. Good world gone bad.
Marco! Wow. I'm going to tell you, it's pretty.
Isn't it?
So don't quote me, but I think this was a gold mine. Although, being open cut, I'm not sure.
Hmm.
Oh,
What's the stuff that makes it that colour? Quartz? No, quartz. Can't remember. I remember reading it somewhere, but anyway.
On the news, a sad state of affairs. Half the people dying while the rest of us are splitting hairs. It's a good world. Good world gone bad.
Tell you what, make sure you go to the toilet before you come here. If you're a girl.
Well, it looks like.
Mm.
Uranium, not gold.
There you go. Oh well, there you go. They transported the houses in the buildings to Mount Isa and Cloncurry and are still in use today. There's tapes in it.
Okay, so the underground hospital in Isa. This is a maternity ward. Maternity suite.
That's a breast pump.
Yeah.
What's this? What the hell?
The old pan. Bed pan. This is uniforms.
Looking southeast from Oakart Shaft headframe in 1953. Top left-hand corner is the aerodrome. The large vacant block is now Spinifex Junior College.
Buried decks like hardwood, very hard to cut, chainsaw, bluntens very easily. It's used in firewood. The coals stay hot for a long time, even overnight. And that's Gidgee wood there. That's roughly 900 years old. That's the new cypress that was put in last year. So come through.
It's cool. So what, this is all replaced then, I would say.
Yeah, I'd say so. Ooh, it's only held up by wire.
Anyway.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to be like a heavy prick like me and go right through it. Mount Isa Underground Hospital. That's the hospital. Tunnels were over there. And this is the tent shed or something they call it. So, yeah, good tour. K's from the North Pole, from the equator.
Mount Isa.
Mount Isa. For probably, a month before we got to Mount Isa, since about Mariba, we'd been starting to hear whispers about the crime that was in Mount Isa. You know, like people that were staying at caravan parks in Mount Isa were having their caravans broken into, their car keys stolen out of the caravans, and then the cars are stolen, push bikes going missing. One person even told us that don't leave anything outside at all, including our camp chairs, because they'll get stolen. For about a month leading into Mount Isa, we were very, very, very skeptical about, and cautious, I suppose would be a better word. Sam was worried, obviously. The last thing that either of us wanted was to somebody come into our camper trailer. And unlike a caravan, all we have is a zip. We don't have a locked door that they have to break into. They just have to unzip it. And then it just got, it varied. It was, 50% said it was lovely and there was a little bit of crime, but certainly nothing to worry about. And then the other 50% said, avoid it at all costs. So what we initially planned to do was, because we just weren't going to risk having shit stolen out of our camper trailer.
Now we had to go to Mount Isa because Regis' bank card was there.
Yeah, we
had to at least drive through it.
We had to catch up to it. So what we initially decided was that we would go to Mary Kathleen, which is a free camp. Stay there for basically overnight, and then first thing the next morning, pack up, punch into Mount Isa, do the shopping that we needed to get done, because Mount Isa was the first Woolworths that we'd hit in almost a month as well.
Yeah.
Or Coles, anyone that sold things at a reasonable price. So we thought we'd get the shopping done. By that time, Westpac Bank would be open. Grab my card, and then as soon as we got that done, we were going to do, with the trailer hooked up, we were going to stop and do the underground hospital, and then punch on after that, a few hundred k's up the road, and then free camp again for then our trip on to Alice Springs. I suppose while we were at Normanton, this couple were telling us that there was a couple, or it might have been Georgetown, a couple was was telling us that this one caravan park that was a few kilometres out of town, about 11 I think, all up, was reasonably safe. She said that, you know, she'd heard rumours that things were going on, or things were getting stolen, but she said that they had no problems whatsoever with any of their stuff outside, blah blah blah. So Sam and I decided that we would risk it. We would risk a 2-day stopover in Mount Isa. We stopped at Mary Kathleen, did the ghost town and the dam, then punched on into
AAOK or
Yeah,
AOK? Moondara.
Moondara. That's right. Yeah, Moondara.
Yeah. So it was just before you get up to the lake, but it was out. It was out of town. It was a good distance out of town. So.
Yeah, and it was on the main highway heading towards the territory. So
Yeah.
So we decided to do that. As you saw in the video, we did do, you know, the sunset. Everybody brags and brags and brags about how wonderful the sunset is in Mount Isa. I thought it was very disappointing. You're basically looking at a sunset setting over the top of a mine. Like, really? And the underground hospital isn't an underground hospital. I'm not going to bullshit you. The underground hospital was a emergency evacuation point if Mount Isa was threatened with bombing during the Second World War. So it wasn't set up as a hospital, it was basically set up with beds.
So everything that was in there was just storage from stuff from the actual hospital.
Look, don't get me wrong, it was still wonderful. It was still wonderful to look at and see. But again, it was like false advertisement. It's not an underground hospital, not by any means. It's an underground evacuation centre. And then we went up to have a look at the lake, the Moondara Lake.
Any footage of the lake?
Nah, yeah, it was just another big man-made lake. Look, all in all, the 2 nights that we were at this Moondara caravan park, there was a car stolen on both nights.
I didn't sleep for 2 nights, basically. Well, even the night before we got there, I didn't sleep.
Apparently I slept through it. The guy that was camped right behind us, he come over us and gave us a warning that, you know, there was stuff getting stolen out of it. And then, but yeah, so like even on the first night we were there, you know, we were getting warnings. We basically did the sunset from the lookout, did the underground hospital, and then didn't leave our campsite.
Yeah.
Apart from that initial shopping and picking up my, we were just so worried about like losing stuff, which is very much a disappointment, because I do know that Mount Isa has so much to offer as far as tourism goes. And the other thing that I don't understand is that this Moondara Caravan Park had gates.
Yeah.
They had lockable gates that the complex could be closed. But they never closed the gates. And like, are they in cahoots with the people that are stealing the cars? Like, really? I do know of, or we were told of, one caravan park that was like, had a 6 or an 8 foot fence with barbed wire all around the top. They were safe, but they were also like $60 a night. So you were paying for the security. But all in all, it was a real disappointment. Mount Isa was just such a disappointment. And it's not because of the tourism, it's because of the lawlessness. You know, even in the shopping centres, you'd be walking along and then all of a sudden there'd be 2 people that are just absolutely yelling abuse at each other. It was just disgraceful. It wasn't
enjoyable at all. And now that we've done it, and we probably, I don't know about you, but I'm not keen to ever go back.
Not interested in going back at all, unless they can clean the place up. So that was Mount Isa. We just thought we'd have a quick chat in relation to
town and what we thought.
Yeah, and I mean, we've been like I said, we were hearing this from all the way from Mariba, that this is what Mount Isa was like, and of course the stories were just getting worse and worse the closer we got to Mount Isa. And as I said, camper trailers are just zero security, so we just weren't going to risk it.
Yeah.
You know, we're on a tight budget as it is, and even though the shit is insured.
But this is it. If it's something happens and it goes and we're stuck.
Yeah, that's right. You know, like I said, even though the shit is insured, like how long is it before it's going to get replaced, or how long are we going to get, you know, our money for it to buy and replace it, you know? So, and as I said, we're on a super tight budget as it is, so it just wasn't worth the risk. If I upset people about the way I've spoken about Mount Isa, you know, shit happens, mate. That's just how it is. That's my opinion. That's how I feel about the place. From what we saw the 2 days that we were there, the rumours that we were hearing were not lies.
Well, that's it for this video. So I hope you enjoyed it. Give us a like,
Thumbs up.
subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.
Cheers.